Good evening, everybody.
Hello from afar. I can't get there.
Ari's having trouble getting a chair over here.
It's too much stuff in the way.
All right. Well, welcome into Midweek Mountains. Tonight, we are going to talk travel and transportation and travel. There she is.
Hello.
Welcome in.
Thanks. Oh,
Whew.
you weren't talking to
And
me.
first of all, let me
Go back to
say,
the comments.
welcome to the season.
Oh,
Yes.
they're not sponsored. They are not giving us any
Yeah,
money.
they're not giving us any money, but
Just
it
that.
is Oktoberfest season.
So let me tell you a little story, okay? Because Lori's looking kind of terrible. It's midweek, you know. That's how it goes. My hair is so frizzy, I have to put it up. So we were talking about getting a beer, and Corey was like, "No, I'm going to wait till our live stream." And I said, "Okay, great." And I didn't think anything more of it. And so I went to the fridge and I got myself and Corey a beer, but Corey already got himself a beer and he did not get me one. So I now
Laurie's got two. Yeah.
have two.
Good thing I didn't get her one, or we'd have four sitting here.
That's not the point.
Yeah.
The point is that you didn't get me one. That's the point.
If you want a beer, you can get a beer.
We
but
talked about it because
I talked about it.
Whatever.
You didn't talk
All right,
about it.
moving on. Anyways, so
Anyway.
who's here? Thank you for coming in. If anybody's
see.
here.
Yes, we have.
Oh, look at all
Darian.
the good howdy doodies.
We've got Scott Smith
Oh,
in the
Scott.
house. Welcome in, Scott. Drive safely.
He should have been thoughtful and got me a beer. We all know. You
And
can
we've
tell.
got magnificent Germany with Darian.
Hello.
Welcome in, Darian.
I think we crossed paths in Germany.
We came close to each other.
Yeah, because we were in Munich, I think, when you were there.
Yep.
But we weren't there for very long.
No, we weren't.
So
But
either way
tonight,
I do it, the hair just looks terrible. So oh well.
Of course, sorry guys, we've been gone for like 4 weeks now, 3 weeks, something like that.
Corey's a slacker, you know.
Yeah, I'm the slacker. Last week I was out. I was sick. I was in really bad shape.
Yes,
So we didn't do the live stream, but we were back. Of course, the week before we were back.
I'm gonna fix my hair again.
But we were in a hotel in Washington, and we didn't get the hotel until kind of late.
It was late, and we were tired, and so we just
we didn't do
decided
the
to
live stream.
kind of sleep
But
off.
We are back from our European vacation. We flew over to Amsterdam through Munich.
Well, hold on. I mean, that's not what we did first.
Well, I'm giving the overview.
Oh, okay.
Let me give the overview.
Okay.
We flew over there to Amsterdam because we had a celebrity cruise to the Norwegian fjords. And then we had 3 days in Amsterdam afterwards. And we got a new person in the house. New times, new beginnings. Welcome in.
Hello. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah.
We are very excited.
So tonight, we're going to talk transportation.
And not only
because we had a lot of firsts on our transportation to Amsterdam.
Mm-hmm. And I want to make sure that we hit upon what we kind of posted too, and just, what worked, what didn't work, what surprised us, what we do differently to all of those transportation connections were they actually all worth the hassle. And of course, let us know, you guys, if you have a favorite way to get around Europe, or just in general when you travel, plane, ship, train, something else.
Yep. All right. So to start off our trip, we took a flight from Asheville to Washington, D.C. to Dulles on Allegiant Air.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of just a round trip to D.C.
So we need to think. So that was a domestic flight.
That was a domestic flight. So when we got to D.C. On the first leg of that, we had to get our bags from baggage claim and then recheck them for our flight to Europe.
Correct, because they didn't know that
it
we
wasn't
were going.
a straight through.
Right. Originally, it was a round trip. It was
a round trip to DC from Asheville to DC and back. But apparently
Well,
I don't know if this is still the case, but apparently Allegiant has killed that leg. So our return flight from DC to Asheville was canceled.
And I think we talked about it some on our live streams.
Yeah, we may have
just
talked
to
about
kind
it
of
before.
get some suggestions of what we could do.
We looked at options for booking from a different airline and things like that, and it was just like stupid expensive. And they would be flying us to like Chicago and then to Asheville. It was all kinds of stupid stuff like that, and it was like stupid expensive.
Stupid's not a good word to use. It just,
whatever. I mean, it was extremely expensive. So we ended up just renting a car and driving back on our return leg.
Well, and again, we need to say if all of the things that we took was worth the hassle, right? Because it wasn't easy to get to where we needed to go. So how many forms of transportation did it take for us to get to our destination?
So ultimately, it saved us money because we got refunded our return flight. We spent less on the rental car, but of course, then we spent
about the end of the trip,
8 hours. Well, we're talking transportation.
Yeah, okay.
Let's start one leg at a time. Come on.
Well, you're talking about the leg back.
Yeah, but we're talking about DC to Asheville. That particular section of the journey.
Okay.
I'm going logically. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
If it doesn't make sense to you,
I can't follow his logic.
It certainly doesn't make sense to her. But so we ended up renting a car, spent 8 hours in the car, getting back from DC. But that got us to DC. Now,
what got us to DC? You just said that we rented a car.
Well, the Allegiant flight got us to DC and back from DC. We had a rental car.
You need to start a little before that.
Okay.
Because
what's before that? We had no transportation before that flight.
Correct. We had to get a ride to the airport. That was our first form of transportation. Right there.
Well, when you live an hour from the closest airport.
Right. So
that's part of it.
Right. And it's a domestic flight. And let's keep in mind with a domestic flight, the weight limits on your luggage is different than it would be if you're traveling international, and the level of flight that you have internationally as well.
Yes, whether you're economy or
premium or first class or
business class or first class or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. So domestically, normally your checked bag is limited to 50 pounds.
And here's a tip, incoming tip. If you guys do not have a handheld scale that you can get through Amazon, definitely do it. Life is good. Hello.
Welcome in. Life is good. Yeah. So yes, we always have a scale.
Yes.
We had a scale that we bought 15 years ago that started having a little bit of problems with it, and it wasn't 100% reliable anymore.
Yeah, but it's what, a $15 scale?
Yeah, so I mean, they're not expensive.
$20 scale.
And normally they're pretty small. You throw them in your bag, you forget about them.
You forget about it.
And they're just there. So yeah, we always weigh our bags because we're always jam-packed to the max.
Oh my God, that's on a whole other live stream that we're going to talk about packing and what to do and not to do and how full we were. But yeah. So we get to Asheville. We have a direct flight to Washington, D.C.
And then we have a layover.
Oh, let's see. So we got there, was it 3:30? Or was our flight at 2 something and then we landed at like 3 something or something like that?
It was,
and we had like 6 hours.
We had 6 hours in the DC airport.
In the DC airport.
Luckily, Lufthansa, which was our flight to Europe.
Great airline, by the way.
Great airline. Got no complaints about Lufthansa at all. They let us check our bags pretty much as soon as we got there. There we go. Welcome in.
Tara.
These are our traveling companions
that went with us.
They went with us, Tara and Sean.
And it's Tara's birthday today. Happy birthday, Tara. Help me all wish Tara happy birthday.
Absolutely. These are Tara and
Hey,
Sean
you
Murphy,
guys.
our friends.
That's their Americanism. Hey, you guys.
Our friends from Ireland
Yes.
that we met last year
Yeah.
on
Tara
another
and
celebrity
Sean.
cruise in the Caribbean.
Thank you for telling us you're here. She doesn't like to do
Yes.
that. She likes to just watch. She's like, "Oh, Sean, they called us out."
Yeah. So anyway, we were lucky enough.
Oh, that was
Thank
nice.
you, Ronnie,
You
and
should put that up there.
and
Make sure
Alma.
she sees that. Yes.
There
thank
you go.
There you go. Happy birthday,
Happy birthday,
Tara.
All right. So,
well, you all know that Lori was able to get a really good deal on
Yes.
our flight from Washington to Amsterdam.
yes.
And for those of you that may not know or not remember, I was able to use 280,000 points to get business class for Corey and I both there and back.
So, Laurie's been learning the whole points.
I'm not very good at it,
system.
but yes,
She's not
somewhat.
that great at it yet, but luckily I have a sister-in-law who is an expert.
Awesome, Jill Bryson. Let's call her out.
Thank
you very much.
Yes. You know, from what I hear, my brother has a wallet full of credit cards, and every month my sister-in-law is swapping them out. This one's for gas. This one's for groceries.
She does it the right way.
Yeah,
That's
she
why.
knows
Yes.
all the little tricks for that
Yes.
stuff.
Yes.
But basically, what we did is we got one of these cards. Daniel, Sandra.
Hello, welcome in, and thank you for welcoming us
welcome
back.
Welcome in.
The cards.
That must be Daniel and Sandra from St. Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've changed their name. Maybe. I don't know. So anyway, basically what we did is we got one of these rewards cards. Which one was it?
It was a Chase
Sapphire? A Chase Ink.
And it is,
Chase
yes.
Ink. Okay.
Our
Yes. All right. So we got this Chase Ink card, and basically all of the cruises, most of the cruises,
a lot of our travel I used for that on that
pretty
card,
much
which is why I got
most
so
of
many
our
points.
travel has gone on that for 2 years or so.
That was
to
the
get
goal.
that many points and other stuff as well.
Well, I didn't have that many points.
Camera gear and
Jill really came through and she got me an extra 40,000 points. So I mean,
there was this whole scheme that she's part of. Well, it is kind of a scheme, but she's part of this group that it's like, all right, yeah, if you do this and do that, you get extra points.
You really have to. You have to really stick with it. So it's not the easiest.
So you traded those points into Air Canada or something.
Aerial plan.
Yeah, or signed up for it. I don't know, this whole thing where
if you let me talk, I can tell you.
Go walk us through it. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So I had to. They say that you should sign up in all of the different airlines and all that stuff on frequent flyers and loyalty programs and stuff like that, and I didn't do it, so I had to wait 3 days to make sure that it all went through before I could book the flight. But what she suggested was that we do 2 one-way flights, because if something happened and you had a round trip flight and it canceled, it could potentially cancel your return trip.
Okay.
So she suggested to do one ways, and so we split the points, and it worked. And so what she helped me with was getting the actual flight in the actual amount of points that we could do, and we ended up going business class.
Yeah.
Because of that.
So.
And you thought I was spoiled before with the aqua class.
God.
Holy moly. I am spoiled now with business class. All I ever want to do.
We were lucky enough to fly to St. Martin one time, first class.
Well, that's a fun story. And transportation. So
it was okay. It was like,
what? Okay.
Well, I mean, okay, so you've got bigger seats. They may feed you a meal. I'm talking about first class to St. Martin. I'm not talking about the business.
But
it was nice because you got big seats.
But let's say how it happened.
But was it even close to being as special as the business class?
No.
overseas.
That well,
That was like a
you're
completely
taking
different
apples and
level.
oranges.
Oh
honey.
yeah, for sure.
But let me just say, during COVID, or we bought tickets to St. Martin, and then COVID came, and we weren't able to go.
Yeah.
So the airline just banked our money, right? And so we were able to rebook it the next year.
Yeah.
And what happened was the flights were much more expensive the year before.
Yeah.
So
They were very
we
cheap.
had we were able to get first class and still have like $300 or $400, whatever it was,
left
left over by taking first class to St. Martin. So I told Corey, I was like, hey, we can go first class and still have money left over. He goes, do it.
Yeah. I mean, it was nice. Don't get me wrong. It was nice. You weren't cramped up in these little economy seats.
You
had plenty of room, plenty of leg room,
and your luggage.
So it was nice.
Yeah.
But it wasn't super special, is what I'm kind of getting to.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Let me go into our business class.
Yeah, why he doesn't think it's special anymore.
I mean, yeah, you've got more seat room, more leg room.
Well, even before you go there, let's talk about them lounges.
But did we get free drinks?
Yes.
On that first class flight? Maybe.
Yes.
Okay.
You got food also.
And food. Okay. So let's move into business class travel. Because
prepare yourself, because he's about to get
this was
snooty.
Kind of mind-blowing to me. I had no idea that there were all these things. And you watch these people on these YouTube travel channels and things, and they're talking about, oh yeah, you got to get the airline lounges, get the credit cards that give you access to airline lounges.
Yeah, but that's expensive. You have to pay like an annual fee or a big fee to be. Okay. You can't just get it like it. So is it worth it? I don't know.
Is it worth it?
After what we experienced,
considering that a lot of those cards, you also get your global entry paid for.
I don't know about all that stuff.
So there are cards out there that give you a lot of benefits for that annual fee. It essentially pays for itself. And if you travel frequently, especially if you do international travel frequently, and it gives you access to an airline lounge, that is like premium to the max.
Depending on the level, because they were different lounges too. Don't forget that.
But I mean, even our business class lounge. So we get to DC. Let's start there.
Yeah.
We get to DC. They tell us, oh, I'm sorry, but the Lufthansa lounge is under remodeling.
No, I got an email
or
about
something.
That. Yeah.
They're like, no, it was at the gate. They told us that.
No, I got an email because I was all excited.
Maybe you did.
I didn't know that we had use of the lounges. So when I got this email and I'm like, oh, honey, we get to go into a lounge. Yeah. Yeah, because I told you the two different lounges.
So we got to DC and they're like, okay, the Lufthansa lounge is being remodeled. So you have access to the United
Lounge.
Admiral Lounge, Admiral Club Lounge, or something like that, and the Turkish Airlines Lounge.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, the United Lounge was the furthest away from our gate, so that's when we went to first.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, guys. If you've never been in an airline lounge, it is mind blowing.
Why is that? For him.
Well, you've got tons of private bathrooms. You've got showers. You need to take a shower. There are places.
Comfortable seating.
There's
couches,
there's
chairs,
plenty of
tables.
couches and chairs, really nice luxury seating. There's little sleeping nooks. There's every place that you sit down. There's USB power. There's
true, yeah.
AC power. Okay, this is kind of nice. A lot nicer than sitting out in a terminal gate area.
Which now in the gate areas, they do have a lot of the power.
They do have a lot of that.
Now, yes.
But this is pretty nice.
It was a little different.
That's pretty nice starting off. Then you realize, you want something to drink? What do you want to drink? It's all there.
Open bar.
Open bar. You go up, you order whatever you want. They deliver it to you. No problem. Oh, are you hungry? Oh, they've got a full like buffet of food there with all
And
kinds of food,
desserts.
all kinds of foods and desserts. And you want soft drinks? Well, there's a refrigerator there. Go help yourself. Um, I was just like, wow,
And
this
so
is kind
since
of
we had
nice.
like 6 hours, we were like, this is great.
Yeah. So we sat out there. Let's see here.
We got a question from Daniel and Sandra. Let's see. What
All
does it
right.
say?
So was the lounge only for your airline or share with other passengers? All right. So our
Because,
airline was Lufthansa.
right. And because it was being remodeled, we were allowed to use
Yes.
the United one.
Lufthansa is part of the Star Alliance, I think.
Yes.
And that includes Turkish Airlines, Canada Air, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe United Airlines. So we were
yes.
able to use the United Airlines lounge and the Turkish Airlines lounge.
Those were the two that they said that we could access because
Yeah.
Lufthansa was being remodeled.
Now we got access to that through business class. And it's like, okay, this is pretty cool. I mean, I'd never been to an airline lounge before. So we spent hours in the United Airlines
We
lounge.
did. We ate, we drank, we watched shows, and
Yeah, we just sit there and
kind of
chill
relaxed.
out.
Yeah.
Work on our laptops, chill. I mean, it was super comfortable. You wanted something to drink, you go up to the bar, order something to drink. You wanted a
The
soft
time
drink.
went by pretty quick.
And every lounge that we went in had the fancy touchscreen coffee machines. So
wouldn't know.
you want a cappuccino, you just punch the button and get a cappuccino. You want a Americano, you just punch the button and you get the Americano. So you had all the different options with that. So I was like, well, this is pretty sweet. Pretty cool stuff. I mean, business class.
I did enjoy that very much.
You know, my idea with business class was, hey, if I get a lay flat seat, maybe I'll be able to sleep on the flight over, because we had a red eye flight. It was leaving at like 9:30 at night.
10:20.
So that was my main interest in getting business class. Couldn't care less about the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, all you wanted was the
until I got there. And then it's like, wow, this is pretty darn cool that you get all this stuff free. Now, ask yourself, if you travel through these airports and you've got a layover, how much money you're saving when you don't have to buy anything to drink, you don't have to buy anything to eat. So if you're traveling regularly, that credit card could pay for itself.
He's not getting paid for this, y'all.
No, I'm not. But I mean,
he's providing a public
I'm starting
service.
to understand how these people say that, $100, $200 a year annual fee.
The one that I just I got an email about was $895.
Okay, well, that's kind of stupid.
Okay, I'm just.
What is that?
For the Admirals Club for American, I think it was.
Oh, well, okay.
Anyway,
that's a little bit different. But I mean, the one that I always hear mentioned is like Chase Sapphire. But we're starting to dig into this a little bit.
He says we.
Yeah, well, her mainly, but I'm like, yeah, we got to do this. We got to do more of this. Because, hey, when you can travel for free or basically free, I mean,
we didn't travel for free.
It wasn't free.
Yeah.
I mean, our international flights, business class, cost us like $500 and something bucks, right?
I think it was $534.
$534 business class for two to Amsterdam and back.
Yeah. And that.
All right. So life is good today. Our American card is $600 a year. Okay. So that's.
Again, depends on how much you travel. Because like Corey said,
depends on how much
they're going to feed you. If you drink, certain things that cost money, yes, because you get coffee, tea, you get alcohol, you get, whatever.
I mean,
and you get all this food. And so, if you're there at certain times or whatever, and you're hungry,
got a layover, I mean, you're set with those airport lounges.
Yeah. Sherry Swiss, hello, welcome in.
Sherry Swiss, what a cheap fare to Berlin, Germany. Well, this was Amsterdam. We went through Munich.
We went through Munich. Yeah. And so and we'll talk about that in a minute and that lounge. But so we, after we left the United Lounge.
Yeah, about 2 hours before our flight, we left the United Lounge and went over to our terminal.
We wanted
And-
to see where we were and how
Yeah,
far the
wanted to
other one
see
was,
where it
stuff like
was
that,
and where
yeah.
the because the Turkish Airlines lounge was in the same terminal as our flight,
Right.
and we get over there and it's actually directly across from our gate.
Yeah, and it's
Um,
full.
Yeah, we get up there.
Can't
Oh,
get in.
I'm sorry, it's full. We can't let anybody in right
Because there was a Turkish airline
now. There was a Turkish
that
flight
was
that
getting
was
ready
about
to
leave.
yeah, they said it was probably going to be what, half hour or something
Yeah.
like
And
that.
of course,
and
we were on this big jumbo.
which we didn't know.
I mean, we didn't know what size jet we were getting on, so we're like, okay. So we sat down.
Which I want to talk about after we
Yeah.
get to that point.
We sat
but yeah.
down for about an hour, and then we're finally able to get into the Turkish
I
Airlines.
think we
lounge.
tried one more time, right?
Um,
And it was still full. And then after
Yeah, I think the
after
second-
that flight boarded or whatever,
Yeah.
we went, and it was still pretty full.
and it was still pretty full.
yeah.
Um,
I didn't like it as
we
much
didn't-
as United.
Yeah, it was
Smaller.
very compact and small.
Mm-hmm.
Their food selections were not that great, and a nice bar area. So we basically just sat at the bar and had a drink. The experience that they didn't have like
It wasn't a huge
an entire
spread like it
hallway
was,
of
right. Yeah.
of bathrooms and stuff like that. They actually just
it was
had
a lot smaller.
two
Mhm.
kind of public bathrooms, so
But,
it
hey,
wasn't that great.
We utilized it right up until maybe 10 minutes before we started boarding.
So then we go out and we board our flight. Well, first of all, we see our plane pull up.
Can I talk about this?
Yeah.
Oh, you can talk about the plane pulling up, but
Yeah.
it was like this plane was ginormous.
Yeah.
And
Biggest plane I've ever flown on, for sure.
And it had 2 floors, like so it had the upper.
Yep. Had 2 levels.
The upper level and the bottom and the other level.
And it had 2 gangways.
No, that's what I want to talk about. So
or jetways.
There's
jet bridges.
There's 2 areas. So there was one for the main cabin and one for business class, first class, and pilot and all that, right? And so this was the first time that I have ever, and I want to say once I was on a KLM flight years ago, and we were not upstairs, but I remember there wasn't upstairs. But so I didn't really know what to expect, and so we've got something here, and I'll go back there in a second. What do we got? Life is good.
Exactly. It depends on how much you travel. We don't pay for that one, but do pay for the lowest tier. We get free check bag and Wi-Fi.
Oh,
it
might be worth looking into for the different amenities.
The different amenities are definitely
because we already have the American card. But I'm kind of mad at American right now. Hope you're listening, American. Anyway.
Okay.
I'm mad at them.
I'm not in this fight. I don't know what this is all about.
But anyway, so we stood online and we're like, okay, which one do we go? And then we figured, we kind of got to where we went.
And it was actually boarding at 2 different gates.
Yes.
Depending on whether you were regular, business class, whatever. So.
Right. And so I'm walking, and I don't even think I told you this, but so we're walking up to get onto the plane, and I have this visual or flashback in my mind about the Titanic. No, and nothing bad about the Titanic, but just the whole, if you dress, like in the upper class or whatever, and then you have the steerage, and all that. And I had this going oh my God, this is what it must have felt like. This is what
it must be like when you're rich.
And that's kind of how I felt, was oh, they're going over there. We're going up here. And it was just maybe a 10-second kind of thought. But I
special today.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was kind of ooh, this is great. I'm so excited. It just added a level of excitement, just being oh wow, hey, we're over here,
So we get on this plane and it's okay, we're sitting next to each other.
On this
sort of.
Well, there was a big thing in between.
There's this big thing in between us, and you've got your entire own area. You got your own screen in front of you. You've got headphones.
Guess who was happy?
In the little compartment next to you. that are noise canceling headphones.
They were, and they also gave you all kinds of sleep stuff.
Oh
They
yeah,
gave
they
you a
give
mask,
you
they
get
gave you
this
a
little
toothbrush,
faux leather package
faux
of
leather.
well, I mean that's what it is.
I know.
This faux leather package that's got a sleep mask. It's got earplugs. It's got like breath mints. It's got chapstick.
It's got all kinds of
It's got
stuff.
all kinds of stuff in it,
And
and it's yours.
you got a blanket and a pillow.
Yeah, blanket and a pillow, and
footrest that I couldn't reach,
and a remote that
you
controls
do get
everything,
the TV and stuff,
and your power recliner bed thing, and and so yeah, all right, this is pretty nice, and we're in the front row on the flight over.
We were in the front row. Yes.
So we're the first one that the flight attendant comes to.
Let me tell you what, on that first flight, that flight attendant was absolutely amazing. Yeah. I want to say her name was Christine. I can't remember for sure, but out of all of the flights that I've ever taken, like for years, and I fly quite a bit, she was the best flight attendant I ever had. Yeah. And was it because we were in business class? Maybe, but she was just very attentive. She was on it. She was amazing.
It was pretty cool. And, so we take off.
Well, and I will say this. So she took care of it. She, made sure that we had food. She explained everything to us and how it worked and how we should pick this. And do you want to be woken up if you're sleeping for food? Like there's because all this stuff.
They're going to serve breakfast like an hour before we land.
Yes.
Make sure that everybody gets
right.
fed.
And if you're sleeping, do you want to get woken up and stuff like that? And apparently she kept feeding us a bunch of drinks.
Oh,
and I gave Tara a voice message and I was like, I'm going to try and go to sleep. And she was like, is she drunk? They gave us that special. Do you remember what that? It was a special German.
Oh yeah. Well,
liqueur.
The first drink that we got.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
try it.
An avionic.
Are you familiar with that, Darian? If he's still here.
It was like a specialty cocktail. And it wasn't a liqueur.
It was like pink.
Yeah, it was kind of pinkish, but it was a cocktail that was developed for Lufthansa that they served, at least in business class, as a takeoff drink.
As a takeoff drink.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, they had this full menu with all the different foods that you could get. And it
was like a 3-4 course meal.
Dozens of different
most
drinks.
Most likely a snaps. Or schnapps.
Schnapps, yep. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but it was pretty good. And then, so we ate, we drank,
we made merry.
Had some German beer, and then I look in the menu, and it's like, oh, they've got all these different after dinner cordials and things. So I just started ordering those, and it's like, oh, this is some German something or another, and it's like, okay, I've never heard of that before.
And she's like, do you want to try
Why
this?
not?
And we're like,
let's try it.
Sure.
Yeah, let's try it all.
We did because we could. And so we definitely lived it up.
There we go. Lufthansa rocks.
Yes, they
did.
were an amazing airline. I have nothing bad to say about Lufthansa.
So
nothing.
Yeah. Speaking of those little zipper pouches, I brought both of mine home. I don't know if you brought yours home or not.
I did.
I mean,
I used one for magnets, but yeah.
Yeah. Why not? Bring them home with you.
I should have brought it over here. It's right.
Oh, I've got one right here.
Oh yeah, look. I'll do it. You talk because you like to talk.
So
this
anyway,
this was actually on the way home. This is
that's the one for on the way home, and it was on your seat. It's yours. So you got covers for the earbud, the headphones that they are in your seat, and you've got that's a little face
refreshing towel.
Yep. Okay, let's go through the whole thing here.
I am. Why not? You got
compression
socks because you want to take your shoes off and stuff.
Yeah, compression socks is something that people say that you should wear on long flights.
I'm hitting things.
Yeah, don't hit things.
The Humble Co.
That's a toothbrush.
Oh,
So, yeah.
and it feels like there's toothpaste in there.
Yeah,
as well.
that's like
I like the toothbrush. Earplugs.
earplugs. Yep.
Lip balm.
Yep.
Peppermint, so that you have fresh breath.
Yep.
And hand cream.
Hand cream. Yep.
And
your sleep mask.
oh, can I do it?
Yeah.
It's like tied up, so you know it's new.
Yep. So you know nobody's ever used it before. So anyway.
Isn't that nice
Pretty
little
cool
pouch?
little pouch. It's got so
I don't know. Do
you
people
know,
even care about
pouch?
that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I thought it was cool. It's like, okay, they're giving it to you. So all this stuff in it. Maybe I'll use some of that stuff someday. Maybe I'll just use the little pouch for little doodads that I need to travel with.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh.
Did you get your sweatshirt in Norway?
No.
No.
Let me tell you what. I didn't get a shirt at all.
I didn't either.
Anywhere. I wanted to. I really wanted a Norway sweatshirt, and every time I went somewhere, I'm like, nah, I don't really like that one. And then I'm like, oh, I like those. And then, oh, look, it's got a little.
Yeah, it's got a pouch in there, so there's a lot of little features of that.
Yeah.
They can
so no, unfortunately, I don't have any shirts from Norway or Amsterdam or anywhere.
Got a hat from Amsterdam. That's all I got.
You did.
Yeah,
I didn't get anything.
All right. So moving along.
Yeah, because we're just all excited about. We didn't even get there yet. Like
we haven't even gotten to Amsterdam yet.
And this has been the best part.
But
yet.
This is about transportation.
Transportation. That's right.
So
that's
right. Anything else about the flight? I don't think so. They had a nice little TV system.
It was pretty
there
smooth
that had tons of movies and TV shows and other things to watch if you wanted to.
I didn't utilize it on the way out. I utilized it on the way back.
Yeah, I used it on the way back, not so much on the way out. So we get to Munich, and it's like what 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, we had
something
a couple
like that.
hours.
We had a couple of hours, and it's like, okay, well let's walk around a little bit, and let's go to the Lufthansa Lounge in Germany. Why not?
Yes, let's check it out. See what it's all about.
So we got through immigration,
and that was what happened. Was they pull you to the side and they're like, "Why are you here?" This and that, another, and so we started like saying something, and then like all of a sudden it pops out of my mouth because sometimes I speak before I think, and I'm like, "Oh, we're going on a cruise," and he was like, "Oh, okay, you can go."
Yeah.
And boom, we were right through. I was like, oh, great.
Yeah. So get through immigration, and we go up to the Lufthansa Lounge in Munich. One of them.
So Darian loves some Munich.
We went to two different Lufthansa lounges in Munich.
Because we went to the wrong one?
Second one that we went to on our return flight was in a different terminal.
Oh, we see you're fast forwarding again.
But anyway, so we went to the first one. It's got fairly nice lounging areas.
That was the one with the big windows on the side, right? And like the white and brown. Yeah, I think it was.
Okay, maybe so.
I can't remember.
I don't really recall.
Yeah.
So we're there like it's like close to noon or something.
Yeah,
I go out to see what kind of food and drink options they've got. And
this is wait. Corey's mind.
Corey's mind gets blown here. Because I'm an American. Never been anywhere that had this before.
So for those of you that are in his boat right now, get ready because he's about to tell you.
The bar has no bartender. The bar is just a countertop with racks of liquor up on the wall and glasses and ice and beer taps. serve yourself.
So what does he do?
What do?
I serve
I
myself.
pour a beer, a German beer in Germany. Why not?
Of course.
Of course. Like, okay.
He comes over and he goes, "Hun, there's an open bar over there."
Not only is a beer free, but you can pour it yourself.
So,
Like, wow, cool.
yeah.
So yeah.
So
The
we enjoyed
food was kind of
ourselves.
interesting. I mean, they
had actual like German food that
they had actual German food out there, which was pretty cool. You know,
roast.
on that one, I wish I had been hungry, but I think we had just eaten
We
our
had that
breakfast
yeah.
before
So we
getting off the
really we
flight.
just kind of snacked.
So I wasn't
a little. We didn't
that
really
hungry,
eat.
and I'm like, oh man, they got German sausages there. That would be cool, but I wasn't hungry enough to eat any of it.
You had some sausages, didn't you?
I had nothing to eat there.
Oh.
On our flight out.
Okay.
On our flight back, I had some.
Yeah.
But so anyways, yeah, that just kind of blew my mind. And so then we're walking through the airport.
We feel like country kids that just went to the city for the first time,
Yeah, kind of. And another thing that I hadn't seen since in 20 years or more is smoking rooms in the airport.
Oh, yeah.
He's
I'll be back. I'm going to go to the smoking room. I'm like, okay, see you later.
I'm like,
I went to the gate at that point. You went to the smoking room.
Yeah. But anyway, that was kind of interesting that they had smoking rooms. I mean, they used to have those
right in the middle of the airport.
Right
it wasn't even like
I mean, it was just like a room that you walk in and everybody that's in there smoking or vaping or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, that's interesting. I haven't seen that in the U.S. since
it's been a long time.
Early 2000s. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they used to have one at the Tampa airport, but many, many years ago. But I haven't seen one in the U.S. in forever.
All right. So we get back. We get on the other flight.
Yep. We get on our flight to Amsterdam. They
Yeah.
feed us again.
They do. And it is different, though. I much rather the longer flights.
Yeah.
Which is why your first class experience wasn't as good as the business class. So we'll explain that here in a minute because I think you're about ready to say something.
Yeah. One thing that I forgot to mention was just before we got off the flight to Munich, the flight attendant comes around and hands us a little box of chocolates.
Oh, yeah.
It's got like
4 chocolates.
4 chocolates in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're like truffles.
And it's like, oh, well, that's nice. So threw it in my bag and so that was kind of cool. And then so we take our flight to Amsterdam. They do feed us on that flight.
Yeah, so it's different.
It's different. It's more like a little snack plate kind of thing.
Yeah, so you have three seats in your row, and they're the bigger seats, kind of like what Corey was saying earlier with the St. Martin first class or whatever.
Yeah.
And I will say that there was nobody.
We were the only ones in business class
on the way out. On the way back, it wasn't. But basically, people just don't sit in the middle seats, and they say that. Like, don't worry, nobody sits in the middle seats.
All right. So for international travel, is duty free affordable or standard prices? Depends on what you're buying, probably. I mean, there's some things that you may get a better deal at duty free, but it's kind of questionable because, those duty-free shops know what stuff goes for, and a lot of times they'll just jack up the prices anyway. So,
so I would say
that's one of those things where you just have to do your research and homework. Most of the time on the cruise ships, you're not going to save any money in duty-free.
But you may in the airports when you're going abroad.
Yeah. Same thing with the jewelry shops and the watch shops and everything else. You're going to be paying just as much, if not more, as you would pay on land.
My beer got warm because you're not drinking it.
Okay. All right. So moving along, we get to Amsterdam.
Well, they fed us again, and then we had the white glove service and drinks and and all that.
Yeah, we had drinks, whatever you wanted.
Yeah.
We get to Amsterdam. There's no immigration.
Because we already went through it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, we were already in the EU. So a flight from Munich to Amsterdam,
Oh,
there's nothing to go
we
through.
did forget to mention one thing that's really important.
What?
When we got to the Washington airport, we sought out the Lufthansa gates or Lufthansa check-in or whatever,
Yeah, we already talked about
No,
that.
no. But we were able to check our bags that early, like 6 hours. Normally, you can't do more than like 3 hours.
I mentioned that earlier.
You did?
Yeah.
Where was I?
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
anyway,
we were concerned
that we were going to have
in
to lug
DC
our
that we were going to have to
around.
wheel our bags around and wouldn't be able to get in beyond security because we had our check bags with us.
Yeah.
But no, Lufthansa took them right away.
Yeah, right away.
I mean, 6 hours before our flight, and they took our bags, which was cool.
Yeah.
So we get to Amsterdam. We're just walk out the door, and it's like, oh, okay. No immigration, no customs.
We picked up our bags
nothing.
and boom,
like, okay.
we were done.
So that was kind of interesting.
I'm so glad we can entertain you.
Yeah. Cool.
That's what happens when he beers me up. He's not sharing the beer. He's making me drink it all.
So we get outside and we go to the rideshare location.
Okay, so more on transportation.
Let's talk rideshare.
Well, I did some research on, I was looking for shuttles, Ubers, taxis, and then I was told about this company called Bolt.
Bolt, yeah.
Which is fairly utilized in Amsterdam.
Yeah, apparently Bolt is like the
European
version of Uber.
Or taxis or whatever it was, right?
It's the rideshare app that is most popular in Europe, I think, is what they would say.
And so
Uber's still there, but
yeah,
Bolt's supposedly more popular.
Supposedly.
Nice.
And so I scheduled our pickup an hour after we landed.
Because
I had no idea what to expect. I had no idea how long it would take to get our bags. We didn't know.
Yeah.
So it literally took us 10 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, we're standing out there.
Yeah.
In the blazing sun.
Well, we found a little shade.
We found a little bit of shade.
Because let's not forget, everywhere is having a heat wave. And of course, when we go to Amsterdam, they had a heat index of like, it
was like 90 degrees in Amsterdam while we were there.
And so then like people got up and were like, okay, we're going to go sit over there. So that first ride was pretty great.
Now, was that Uber or Bolt?
It was all Bolt.
All was Bolt.
Those 3 rides that we had were Bolt.
They were all Bolt. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was not bad. I mean, we had a friendly driver. He talked to us.
Go ahead. I'm going to add to that after you're done.
And had no, he was just a friendly guy.
Right.
Talked about the things that were going on in his life. We had a great conversation in the 10 minutes it took it to get to our hotel.
Yes.
Which was right by the airport.
Because we stayed by the airport just to make it easy because the cruise.
And cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit cheaper to stay by the airport instead of going in town or somewhere else.
Right. And so what was told to me was that you have to think of Bolt as like a taxi service, not like a car service, right? Because there's car services where you get that hi sir, how are you, blah blah blah, let me take your bags, let me do this.
Right.
Bolt is not that service. Bolt is like a taxi.
Okay.
That's what I was told
Uber.
After the fact. Yeah. Right. And there's a reason why, because you're gonna hear about. I was like, well, would I use them again? I mean, they were on time and they did what they had to do. I didn't have issues with it.
No.
But if I go in knowing, and for you guys, here's another tip. If you do use Bolt, they're a reputable company. I'm not saying anything bad about it, but just understand or, keep in mind that they are more of a taxi service and not a car service.
Yeah.
Because what we're about to tell you after the thing, because we had 2 more rides with them, it kind of went downhill.
Yeah, it kind of did.
For us, though, and so that was what was told to me.
So our ride to our hotel was pretty much
quick,
straightforward,
easy,
quick, easy, no problem. me, I don't have a problem loading luggage in a vehicle, but this is someone's personal vehicle, so I tend to let them load it the way they know how their vehicle works.
It's fair enough assessment.
But this driver loaded everything, no problem.
So that was our first introduction to Bolt. And we're
That
like,
was our first
friendly
not
driver,
bad. Yeah.
taking care of our bags. This guy's great. Let's tip him, right?
Yeah.
Which tipping should be on another. But anyway, yeah.
Tipping is not
Tipping and
normal
money,
in Europe, but
yeah. Well,
yeah.
And there's two mindsets, but we can. That's another video. You'll have to tune in for that one, but
yeah, we'll talk about tipping later. Because if you're like us, come from a service industry background,
you want to tip.
You want to tip,
service.
even if you're in a foreign country. You want to take care of people who give you good service.
Say thank you. Yeah.
And it's not that easy in Europe. So we'll talk about that on a future video.
Yes. So we go to our hotel. We do whatever. We sleep. Because we had to stay up so that we could crash.
Yeah.
And get our another form of transportation, our cruise.
Yes.
Our big ship.
Gonna cruise the next day.
Right. So we got picked up
and we got in a little bit late, but we ended up going downstairs. They had
some food.
They had some bar food and stuff.
So we just got some food there. And
we decided not to leave the hotel.
Couple drinks.
Yeah. Just got some food and drinks at the bar, and then went back to our room and crashed. Get over the next day, get our next Bolt car, and the guy shows up, and
on time. I had no issues with anybody being late or anything like that.
Oh, I hurt my arm. Can you load your bags? So I'm like, okay.
Corey looked at me and he was like, and I went. And so Corey was like, okay. And so he puts all the stuff in.
So I load all of our luggage in this guy's trunk. And then
I'm like, do you know where we're going? He goes, no, I'm just going to follow what it says. And I'm like, what?
So
in the back seat, I was like, oh my God, like he doesn't know where we're going. Like, I don't know where we're going.
I hope that address
how long
is
it's
right.
Gonna be. And I was like, what the hell? What do you mean you don't know?
Yeah.
And so now I'm like trying to find the cruise documents, and I was like, okay, what's
Make
the
sure
address?
that address is correct. Because
what's the address
we're gonna end up in the middle of nowhere, and
oh
it's
my
like,
God,
all right, your ride's over. See ya.
I'm like, oh my God, I hope there's only one port in Amsterdam. And oh my God. And so then he gets to close to it and he goes, are you feeling better now? And I'm like, are we here? And
I mean, we're pulling up to a strip mall.
We're here. Right.
We're pulling up to a strip mall in Amsterdam. I'm like, this doesn't look like a port to me.
Crazy.
I mean, it's like, I don't know how someone lives in a city and drives a car and
I don't know.
never takes anybody to the cruise port. It was like, really?
Yeah. So we got there.
We got there. No problem.
No. But I was freaking out. And then he was like, do you feel better? And I'm looking and I'm like, are we there? I don't see any cruise ships. I just see something that looks like a mall. But we got there. We got on.
We got there. And then, so moving on, sticking with transportation.
Yes.
We're not going to talk about the cruise
or
Amsterdam as of yet.
I mean, we did have a good...
Because that's the purpose of this video.
Ship transportation.
Just talk about transportation in Europe.
Yes.
All right. So we get off the ship back in Amsterdam. And
again, same thing.
We follow the signs. We go to the area that says ride share.
I did it for an hour
500 people.
Yeah. And we were in and out.
There.
Yeah. We waited as long as we could.
And we were waiting and we're waiting and we're waiting.
And I'm watching and I'm
watching on the app where this guy is. And he's like down the street and it's like, what the heck? And
so I told him we are in the pickup area. We are wearing X color shirt in the pickup area.
Yeah.
Right. I messaged him and said that. Okay. Right. And so I'm like, where the hell is he?
Yeah.
And I can see his car and I'm like, Where?
He's got to be
He's-
over
he-
there
yeah,
somewhere. And
he's
it's like,
over there.
what's he doing over there? There's pickup areas over here. This
And
is
I'm
where all the
like,
cars are coming
I
to.
can't find you. Like, I'm like, where are you? And he wasn't really answering, I don't think. And then, like, because I'm watching where his car is, and he was in the drop off area, which was not in the pickup area. So the drop off here, okay, so the drop off area is here, and the pickup area is here.
Yeah. Different areas.
And so
I mean,
we get up and we start walking towards him.
Yeah.
And then he starts driving, and I'm like, "Oh my God, he's leaving." He's like what? And so he was coming over to us. I think he said, "I'm coming to you," or something like that, or
Right.
whatever. So okay, great. He found us. We got in. Again,
And again, I had to load the.
the guy walks away, and Corey was like, "I'm like,
Okay.
He puts the stuff in the car, and I'm like,
Chuck the bags in the car again. All right.
We get in. He doesn't say a word.
Yeah, doesn't say
Nothing,
a word.
Nothing. Not friendly at all.
Drives us to our hotel. We
Which
get
was
out.
10 minutes or whatever,
Yeah.
right? And then they had the nerve. This is why I'm upset.
Oh yeah.
They had the nerve to charge me a wait fee.
A wait fee
You
because he
didn't-
did not come to the pickup area.
You didn't wait. Like,
You weren't where you were supposed to
I
be.
was trying to get to you, and you were not accessible. And so, yeah, so I was kind of upset about that.
Yeah.
Which is
And-
why
and of
they're
course
on my butt list right now.
You didn't notice it until what, 2 days later, and apparently you had 24 hours to dispute. So.
Yeah, so it asked me how it was, and I did a 1 star, whatever, because we want to know your feedback, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, great. They'll respond to me because I was in the car, and then I'm not really checking all of my stuff.
Yeah.
But I gave it 1 star, thinking that they would respond.
Yeah.
And they didn't respond. And so when I had a chance to actually go back and was like, what the hell? I had to figure it out because the app was not that friendly with corresponding.
Yeah.
They said that I was, and I think it was an AI bot, but it was like, oh, well, you're outside of your refund time frame. And I was just like, what? So yeah, I was kind of mad. So that's why they're on my butt list. But
yeah. So we didn't do Uber in Amsterdam at all.
No, we didn't, but it was available.
Now, our ride to the airport, we actually got a private car service through the concierge in the hotel.
The hotel was great.
Hotel set that up.
Yep.
It costs about the same as it would cost for any.
It did. They told me one price
service.
and they charged $5 more, but
whatever.
The guy was very friendly.
He was very friendly. Yep. He loaded our luggage.
And he talked up a storm the whole ride.
Perfect.
To the airport.
The one other transportation thing I'll tell you about it.
Because we're coming up to 10 o'clock.
Yeah, we're coming up to 10 o'clock. So let me throw this in real quick. Is the tram system in Amsterdam.
Oh, yes, that's right. Because that was part of it.
We did not take the tram until our final day in Amsterdam.
So Sean, or I should say Tara, and Sean wanted to walk. And we're like, yeah, let's do it. So we put like 20,000
So for the first 2 days, we walked back and forth
back
and forth around
15 minutes here, 20 minutes here, 15 minutes here.
And we wasted a lot of time walking in Amsterdam. By the 3rd day, we were like, this is getting kind of old.
Maybe we'll be faster if we take a tram.
Here to here. And it's like, all right, let's jump on the tram. So we jumped on the tram, and it's like, bam, you're right there.
It was very easy to navigate.
It was easy. You still had to do a lot of walking, but at least you could get a little bit closer and weren't wasting half your day walking around. So did you hit the Anne Frank house? Yes, we did.
Yes, we did on Corey's birthday, actually, on the day that we came back from the cruise.
We went to the Anne Frank house. We went to the Rembrandt house.
But that is something that we're going to talk about. So this, I didn't want to put it in the thumb or whatever in the description, but this is part 1.
This is part 1, yes.
Of 4. Mm-hmm. So we have 3 more live streams about about our trip.
Our experience.
Transportation was first because there was so many different things. Part 2 is Norway. Part 3 is Amsterdam. And part 4 is couple versus Corey versus Laurie, and which one is better or not or whatever. So that will be kind of fun. It will be a couples therapy session. No, I don't know.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No, we won't either.
And our flight back. Anything that you want to say about our flight back?
Yes.
I mean, it was a daytime flight, so we were trying to stay up for the whole thing.
Well, what I will say is the plane was newer, and I felt that I had a little more space.
Yeah.
On that.
And I was sitting in the center aisle.
Right, because it was on the way there on the big plane, it was 2 and 2.
Yeah.
On the way back, it was 1, 2, and 1.
Yeah.
So it was still 4 seats across, but the first one was 2 and 2. The second one was 1, 2, and 1. That's why they changed our seat, because we were sitting together, like we were the first one. But then they changed it where we had 1, and then you were next to me. But it didn't matter because you couldn't really see the next person anyway. But so we wanted to say that, and I will say that the flight attendant we had 2 different flight attendants, even though we sat across from each other. So that was interesting. And then, so like sometimes I would get something thinking that they were serving his row, and then sometimes he wouldn't get it because they were just serving me.
We definitely did not have the level of service.
No, I think that there was a little language barrier.
It was a little bit of a difference between, who serves what, and it's like,
yeah, they weren't quite sure who was taking care of
who,
and when I asked,
we were like right in the middle.
Yeah, so. When I asked what something was, I didn't really get a good description. Like, she didn't really know.
Yeah. But I had currywurst for the first time on the flight back.
Oh, do you know what that is, Darian? Yeah. You must have been on a Dreamliner.
A Dreamliner, yeah. It was quite the plane, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, currywurst, and it even came with a little packet of curry. So I found that. I sprinkled the rest of the curry on there.
Yeah, so
spice it up.
So baby. Just to end it, and I know that you mentioned it, but we took the flight from Amsterdam to Munich, which was the same flight that had the seats, the 3 seats. We got fed still, and drinks and all that stuff, and then we got on the other plane, which I want to say was bigger. It felt bigger.
And we were in a different Lufthansa lounge on the way back too.
Yes.
And different food, which was all still good stuff, and they had still the
lounges, I think, basically were one.
They actually had a bar in that one, though. They had a bar with bartenders in that lounge.
Which one?
In the one on the way home.
I mean, which airport?
Munich.
Oh, because we didn't use the one in Washington. We were like, oh, we're out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then, so as you guys already know, our flight was canceled, so we ended up renting a car.
Yeah.
Which we got the next day, and that was like, Corey was like, well, I don't want to wait till 12 o'clock. Can you get it early? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, I don't know.
She made the reservation for noon the next day. And I'm like,
because I had no idea
how world do we want to sit around till noon?
What we were going to do. And so
they ended up check out of the hotel at 11.
And, they ended up going around and around, and then they were next to us. So the guy actually literally walked over and was like,
drove over with the car.
He drove and then walked back, and so we got the car, and then it took us about 8 hours or so to get home. But
but anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed this.
Oh my God. Transportation, we could talk
the brain dump that we've given
another half hour at least on this, but travel. We will not do that.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll spare you.
All right, guys.
So much fun. Thank y'all for being here.
Yes, and thank you for joining.
I appreciate
in with
you guys giving us some comments and engaging with us. As always, we appreciate it.
That's right. And until next time, guys, from Peaks to Tides.
See you on the next ride. Make sure it's next week at 9 o'clock.
Bye, guys.
Prost, skull.